Hey everyone, how's it going? So basically, I'm just doing a quick little video on this. Basically, it wasn't too long ago, like an hour or two ago, the guy came by and I swapped out the pieces for him. So basically, he gave me $220 and I gave him 4 gigs RAM, the i7 4770, and the GTX 1660 6 gig, right? And then what again he gave me was his i5 4460, and then as well as the GTX 960. So what I have in here now is that actually. So basically, I'm just gonna do a quick little benchmark just to compare and stuff like that. And then this is basically just like the setup I had with the 3470 and the 1050 Ti. So you're gonna see pretty much the exact same score and stuff like that. So this is just an example. So what it is he basically just needed to upgrade his CPU and GPU, and I just told him, like, I have these parts and stuff like that. He was originally going to buy the whole thing, but it wasn't really in his interest, like best interest, to do that. He might as well just upgrade his CPU and GPU. So I just swapped that out, and then I had a guy who emailed me about the 3470. It was already sold, so lucky enough I just told him I had this, and funny enough, yeah, so I sold those parts earlier, and then the guy's coming by in about 20 minutes, half hour, to pick this up as well too, right? So I got lucky with that. I was able to have these parts and only hold on to them for about an hour or two and then sell them after, right? So when this benchmark is done, you'll see. So this just has the exact same thing, the 8 gigs G.Skill memory, the Asus board, 750 watt power supply. Now it's got a GTX 960 4 gig and the i5 4460. So yeah, basically the exact same thing, high settings, 35 to 40 FPS and stuff like that. I did run Cinebench, and the CPU did do 200 points better, and the graphics score from the 3D Mark and everything like that was all basically the same as well too. But yeah, so again, this is basically the same thing as before. I just swapped it out. Just going through the list and stuff like that, just to waste time until this is done. What's in it again is the i5. Oh, I go grab the box and stuff like that. It's cool. The guy gave me the box, but didn't have the GPU box, so you can watch that until I'm back. Jumping in front of the camera there, sorry, but this is gonna have to be a quick one because the guy's coming soon. So yeah, here's the box. It's just the i5 4460, 4-core 4-thread. But yeah, basically the pros, it's still a nice little gaming CPU and stuff like that as well too. The 960 is nice. Again, this is pretty much the exact same as like the 1050 Ti and the 3470 build. These cards are much similar, just again, like much similar to like the 1066 gig I have and the 1660 that I sold. There wasn't any hurdles. Again, the most annoying thing is just uninstalling and reinstalling all the drivers. So that's what I do every time I replace my graphics card, and the software that I use is Display Driver Uninstall. So it's a free software and it's really good to use and everything like that as well too, right? So, and then recommendations, again, just like I had said in like the last video and stuff like that, you can always buy a motherboard with like a cheaper CPU and then upgrade. So essentially that's what that guy did. Like, he didn't do that, but he had one, so all he needed to do was upgrade his CPU and his GPU. So I helped him out doing that. So yeah, again, he was the guy, buddy of the guy who purchased the 3470 off me. He contacted me, and then he told me what he had, and I basically told him what this was, and he wanted to actually essentially just buy the whole computer, but I told him it wasn't worth it. So again, I just offered to sell him the CPU and the GPU, and then again, lucky enough, someone emailed me about the 3470, and then I told them that I actually had on hand a 4460 and 960, which is similar. As you can see, the other one I believe was 39 FPS, and this is 38 FPS, all high settings and everything like that too, right? So if I just pull up this quickly, I just want to go in. And you'll be able to see the Cinebench score. It's going to take a minute to load up just simply because the game is playing in the background as well. But there it is, so it's 1200 even. And then funny enough, the other one was on there. So the 4470 was 1600, so it's right below. And then there's a 3550 at 1000, and essentially that's what mine was, the 3470, and it was at 1000. But there's comparison again, so it's like directly almost in the middle. And then there is a skydive mark I have right there, 16,000. And then this one is actually, oops, I apologize, of Time Spy. So you can see, again, much similar to like the other one and everything like that as well too, right? So, yep. But that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to recap on that, like what you guys can do instead of buying like a whole new system. You can always just upgrade your CPU and GPU as well too, right? So again, the 1660 would be the highest GPU I'd go for the i7-4770 and the i7-4790, right? So no higher than that, or you're gonna bottleneck your system. All right, well that's everything, guys. I'm gonna get this ready. The guy's gonna be here soon. So all right, take care. Actually, I'll give you a little look-see inside first. Sorry for the microphone there. But yeah, that's pretty much how it is. There's the 960. Everything else is the same too, right? So, alright, thanks, take care.